Okay, so welcome everybody to the Inspired Design Home Show 2020. I'm delighted to welcome Kay Dymond from Options Bath and Tile Studio in Ascot, our resident bathrooms and tile expert for the weekend. Kay, thanks for joining us live from your showroom.
Oh, we are indeed.
Yeah. So how are things going? And do you want to introduce, I guess, Options and yourself first for everybody?
Yeah. So I'm part of the Options team here. I am also the happily suffering wife of Steve. No, that's wrong. Steve is the CEO of the company and I'm his wife. So we established in 2006, so about 14, 15 years ago. And Steve built up his team to the standard we are today. We've got 2 designers in the showroom and we have 3 guys out on site. So all in-house, our own team. We're based in Sunning Hill, which is just off Ascot High Street. And we're slightly off the beaten track a little bit, but we've got a nice plot, bathroom showroom, which I'm here. I'm sitting on the toilet at the moment. And we've got over the road a dedicated area for tiles. So sort of effectively 2 showrooms. But Steve likes to call it a studio, so a studio it is.
Studio,
so, yeah.
In the tiles, I'm always blown away by how many tiles you have over in the other building. It's just phenomenal.
Yes. There's lots, and I think I asked Steve a question actually about that and how do I guide people to tiles, and he said to me, just have a look around, let customers browse tiles themselves, and then most of the time they'll just say, oh, I like that one, and then try and introduce other tiles into the mix, and then you've got an array of tiles, particularly different ones that they may not have considered before. But it's taken me a while, and I tend to reside myself in the tile showroom, but and I'm learning more about tiles as we speak. But as we go through the slides, we'll see how important tiles are in your new bathroom. So
okay, so I will just point out to everyone that we're going to take some questions through the session and we'll get onto those towards the end. So if you've got anything to ask, then please do. Regards to like the availability every weekend, so you guys are doing the live chat as well, aren't you? So if anyone goes to your profile within the exhibitors area, just clicks live chat, they can text kind of some questions over as well. So we'll come back to that. Great stuff. Okay, well, you mentioned getting into some of the kind of
so what I wanted to do really today, fabulous, just give a brief overview of what I want to cover in my 15 minutes, and you'll have to excuse me, it's the first time I've done something like this. I'm used to seeing people, so seeing a screen, obviously seeing Chris is fabulous, but so forgive me, it's like doing an Adam Buxton podcast, which I listen to a lot. Anyway, so I want to talk about 2020 and how people view their homes, how we see our homes and how things have changed when we're at home. I want to talk about our 3-step process, so our design consultation service. I'd like to showcase, which you'll hear, some fabulous designs that we've created post-lockdown, and they look fabulous, and to touch briefly on trends for 2021. So I think I'll start with the dreaded word COVID-19 and lockdown, and I need to touch on this because it's affecting everyone.
It's a big topic, and you guys, I've obviously known you for years, and I think you reacted really positively. I think
we did.
From day one, proactive, did what you could do, and did more than you probably thought you could as well. So talk me through that then.
Well, we closed the showroom in March, and we were devastated. It was really hard to close that and close something purely because it was no fault of our own. So we got the showroom, put all our guys on furlough, we were all looked after, and then Steve and I sort of vacated. And I think as time progressed and restrictions were allowed, Steve came back, did fabulous things in the showroom. He replastered, he tiled. I think it was more to get away from the children and homeschooling. However, he did an amazing job in the showrooms and looked fresh and lots of time to think about how can we take the positives out of this situation. So obviously with yourself, we did some updates to the website because we were still there. We were still virtual. There was still Steve and I, and we were able to do designs or talk to customers. So with your help, we created the 3-step process, which worked really well. And it was really important because we introduced virtual for the first time. A year ago, we'd just say, yes, come into the show and we'll show you around. But because of the situation, we introduced the virtual appointments. So we diverted all the phones to a little mobile phone that I carried around with me, and customers were, they were phoning up just to see if we were open, could we do anything? And then so the 3-step process worked. So step 1 was the form that you guys created digitally for us, where customers could attach images of their existing bathrooms, put measurements, take any pictures from Pinterest or the internet. Think, oh, actually, I like that. Send it in to us. It was to Steve at the time. Step 2 was a designer, i.e. Steve at the time, would phone the customer, chat through the requirements. And at that time, we were able to go into a customer's house, obviously fully masked, sanitized and keeping social distancing. So measurements. Step 3, we offered virtual appointments. But as the restrictions reduced, we were then able to have, say, one customer at a time. But this process was key, the step 3, because we showed them the 3D designs exactly that you've got on the screen there, Chris. And you can see how detailed these designs are. And it looks fabulous. And I think we were experimenting more with different types of tiles and styles to really create that wow bathroom. Because at the end of the day, we wanted to encourage customers to come back and not be afraid of experimenting. And this 3D design was perfect.
It blows my mind just what you can see before you kind of commit, really. And that's the bit I love, is just, what everybody's obviously responding really well to, your customers. They're just seeing things like this and being able to kind of embrace your designers, the creativity and everything you've got like to hand is just phenomenal. So
I think sometimes they look too good. They almost look real. Really do look real. But all of these designs, it's made you feel differently about your home. So I wrote a column for the Woking paper probably a couple of months ago, and I titled it "A New Bathroom After Lockdown." And lockdown has changed our lives both socially and from a work perspective. Our homes now double as a place of exercise and an office. As we spend more time at home, we've started to look at where we can make improvements. Whereas before we would have perhaps just replaced one element of our room, we now want to redesign the whole room itself. So I guess my point is, people are viewing their homes differently. They're spending more time at their homes, and they want it to be a place of luxury. People haven't been on holiday this year, so they wanted to invest their money in other things. So if you scroll to the... That's it, beautiful. I keep going, Chris. The lovely bathrooms, the actual ones that we did. Okay. That's it, fabulous. So this one is a particular... Well, they're all my favourites, but this one... that was the before image, and we have the after. So here you can see tiles straight away. The tiles, they wow you immediately. It's the pattern, it's the way they line up, and they work really well with the tile on the wall as well. You've got a beautiful countertop basin here, and Steve, it's actually in our showroom. We particularly, it's a Dansani make, and it's beautiful colour. There's plenty of storage underneath. You've got your lighting. Lighting's really key in a bathroom, and obviously people know they have lighting, but would they consider having it around the mirror? Would they consider having it in the niche, which is in the shower? You'd saw your bathing essentials. And the beautiful roll top bath, my absolute favourite. I've begged Steve to let me have it en suite, and he said I can't because we don't have the space if we need to move the cabinet. But I'd rather have a roll top bath. It is stunning, and the customer wanted something different. But I don't know if they considered the amount of luxury that we put into that design. And when they saw it, they were just wowed. And that's what I mean, the difference. If you look at the old bathroom before, yes, it's old, but it's very different at contrast to what it is now.
You mentioned the word niche, the kind of, so that's the bit set back, right, on the right where the mirror is and at the back of where the shower is as well. So that seems like a really creative use of space.
They're really useful. I mean, you can put, we've got the now en suite, and we put our shower gel, shampoo on. Or equally, you might have a niche in the wall and you can put something decorative. I like candles, so we can put candles or a plant. It's just making that difference in the room. But the niche is something, we design in most of our, and customers love them, even for your toilet room, Chris. We have a niche by the side here.
Yeah, it's very practical, but it looks really stylish as well. Not even the tiling on the inside. It's very nice.
Yeah. So if you scroll to the next one, Chris, cool. So this was a lady on her own, I believe. Yeah, it's her family bathroom, predominantly for her. I don't think she considered the tiling, but when we did the design for her, she was wowed and blown away. And as you can see, you've got a niche there, and there's two niches separate the other side, which aren't actually in the photo, but you can see it on the other to the right of the image. Yeah. The way we've tiled it, so we've not just tiled the floor, but the niches are tiled as well, so it flows beautifully. And it gives that added wow factor. And again, go back to your point with niches, there's 3 niches in there. whatever she wants to store. But it's key to say there's lighting in there, so it really shows the effect of the tile as well. And she's got a beautiful walk-in shower, just enough for herself, which is all she wanted it for, and a mirror on the wall with lighting. It's tiles, it's lighting, it's the niche, and it brings the look together. And it's not just a basic bathroom, it's a bit more luxury because people are enjoying it. At the end of the day, they've had a long day at work. They might be coming from their office, their box room, and settling down with a glass of wine in a bath. Just beautiful. I know that's what I like, but it's, yeah, luxury. Very different, very different.
Very nice. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Well done. Lovely. So this bathroom is, we previously done 2 bathrooms in there. I think we did the ensuite and the family. This room is their daughter's ensuite. So she wanted something funky, something vibrant, that she could show off to her friends. And I think this room does exactly that. It's not too busy. The tiles, again, look fabulous. And the contrast, the colours are really well. And we've tiled the niche again. And I think the backdrop behind the bath works really well with the sort of stripes on the floor. She's got plenty of storage for all her stuff. It's only her using it. She wanted a bath. And as you can see, it's quite complicated the way the roof is set, but it works really well. And it's somewhere she can show to her friends. I wish I'd had that when I was younger.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, lucky
nice.
lady.
Yeah. And then this is a Steve design. I have to add. I must get that in there. This is a couple's ensuite bathroom. Again, roll top bath, freestanding bath. They've got the room. And here you've got his and her sinks, which I have. In fact, we have the same unit in our house. And they've got separate storage. So not only have you got your own sink, but you've got your separate storage unit under each sink. Beautiful taps, a lovely full-length mirror at the top. And the pièce de la résistance is the television. You can see it reflecting in the mirror at the end of the bath. Now, I can't remember the last time we put a TV in a bathroom. And that's what I mean by people viewing their homes so differently now. They're adding that little bit of luxury they possibly wouldn't have added before. It looks fabulous. The tiles, I've got to say the tiles work because Steve particularly like those. So, yes. Yeah,
I love that design. I love a TV in there as well. I'd be in there without water, to be honest. I'd be in there hiding from the kids. Definitely.
I mean, that's just a touch in the ocean. And I'm honest to say, you know, we have been very busy since lockdown. Lots of regular customers came back. A few had moved and came back to us and their new properties. We've had a few new interest on our three-step process and the form. So and people are coming in now. We are only open at the moment for virtual appointments, and for if a customer does want to come in, they have to specify a time. So we're following government restrictions in terms of who can be in the showroom at one time, and we're all socially distancing. So everything is safe, and we've got hand sanitizers, we've got stickers on the floor for social distancing, and we're all wearing masks as well. So everything is safe. But if I've got some more time, I'd like to just cover trends. So trends for 2021, I'm probably boring everyone now, but tiles are in. As you can see from the designs that I've showcased here, tiles are in for next year. Bold, bright.
Some of the CGIs, Kate, just because we sort of just to show a few more examples for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a few. Yeah, just to show different sort of.
I mean, these two. So that if you scroll this design, if you scroll up, Chris, that one, Steve, down. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
No, up. Sorry, it's.
That's all right.
Brilliant. Yeah. So this one, the top one, a freestanding. In fact, Steve, that's a really recent one that Steve's just in the process of designing. It is stunning. It was interesting because he put they wanted the freestanding bath, but they said it would be only for decorational use. And Steve commented, "Oh, my wife wants that. You know, she'd never use it, but I can't tell you that, you know, that you're having a freestanding bath. You're not going to use it because I was desperate to have one." And again, the niche is here with the lighting. Plenty of storage and stars. I mean, so this is all in 2021. You've got the tiles, you've got the freestanding bath. If you have the space, it is a perfect sort of feature if you're not going to use it. But why would you not want to use it? It's beautiful. They are deep and they do take a lot of water, but they're a very relaxing thing to do at the end of the day. So bold colours, bright colours. The ensuite, the one we've did for the young lady in her ensuite, those colours are very much in this year, very bold and bright. And I think some customers are afraid to experiment. So we suggest sometimes if you want to just test the water and have something different, try in your downstairs cloakroom. It's a fun room, it's a small room, it's used a lot. Experiment in there. Some customers may think, actually, I don't want to test out my whole floor with these lovely tiles, but just a small space. And our recommendation is try it in your cloakroom, see how it works. And also trend, we're looking at for next year, things that you may not consider. So customers love looking at their new showers, vanity unit, toilet, but have they considered the tap, the toilet roll holder, the toilet roll brush, all that sort of things?
Even that radiator and that, I love that. It's just, really, that's very...
Absolutely. And I think people need to consider that. So when you see these lovely designs that you've got on the screen, Chris, I mean, we can show customers what their tap can, and we can take them and direct them in the showroom or virtually and say, this is the tap that we've suggested for you. And think, oh, that's really nice. I really like that. So it's all the other little details. And the final one, which is an interesting one, is bringing your bathroom into your bedroom. So perhaps having a freestanding bath again with a feature wall. So if you have the space, and maybe bringing your basin out, but it looks really great. We've supplied to a couple of building contractors, and they've done exactly that. I unfortunately haven't got it on the slide, but I do have images on the website of this beautiful bath. It's a show home, but it is lovely. It's beautiful. So they're just a few ideas for next year, and I'm quite happy and proud to say we've actually highlighted that and showed trends. So we're kind of above the trending for next year, because obviously the bathrooms that we have designed and we're in the process of designing as well, we're including all those trends in it. So
okay, great, okay, brilliant. Well, that's great. We're going to take some questions. There's a few coming through during that, but I just wanted to mention, so obviously you kindly extended a lovely offer for everyone that's dialing into Inspire Design this weekend. So this, to the 3Ds that we've seen are the designs, so you're actually offering that as a free 3D design service. So people just need to go to your exhibitor profile. So click in exhibitors, go to options, and you can fill in this form, and then the guys will get in touch. But you're also doing the live chat, right, this weekend as well? So that,
we're doing Sunday. Yeah, we're on Sunday at 2.
You're doing another session on Sunday as well, aren't you, on the floor? So kind of dial back in for that one. Okay, cool. So that's great. Then a couple of questions then, Kay. So I'll just stop sharing and get you back on the screen. So so Karen's just written out, so looks fantastic, and she must know you because she references the fact you get your tiles and all of your kind of bathrooms from across Europe. So she said, it's great, and you source materials from all over Europe, but the question everyone wants to know is, what is it like working with your husband, Steve?
Brilliant.
How does that work out?
I do as I'm told.
Really?
I'm here. No, it works well. Steve's very experienced, and I think you've got to have a lot of respect for your partner to spend all that time with them. And he nearly knows his stuff. And actually, I really enjoy working with Steve, and that's not just a cliche. It really is the truth. So 20 years, it works. It works for us. It wouldn't work for everyone, but it does for us. Well, you might not say that.
I'll ask you later. A more serious question in regards to lead times at the moment. Is there much of a lead time and a kind of a delay because of the circumstances?
Well, actually, we are booked up, I believe, until the beginning of February now.
Okay.
So, so the customers that are coming to us now, in fact, Jotty's just been doing a quote. They want their bathroom done the end of February, which is perfect timing for us. So we're just complete. So we're looking at now, it's February, and maybe booking into March. We've taken the weekend they're going to have projects. I think hopefully
the chances kind of, or the message will support you straight away, because
definitely, it'd be great.
I guess as well, right, and get inspired and get images and things over.
Definitely.
Good. Okay. And then so there was a question about any advice for anyone going through a loft conversion, and you actually helped us with ours a few years ago when we had the house that we did with the loft conversion for. And again, that was great, because we didn't even have the space available, but you could kind of show us with the space we were about to build about how that would work. But any sort of tips there? The same sort of thing, get in touch, I guess, isn't it? And just looking.
I think so. Steve is the expert in that. I mean, I think at the moment, in fact, one of the designs that we were just looking at, the one that Steve's doing, that was 2 rooms, so they've knocked it into 1.
Right.
But obviously we need lots of notice, and I think if you're doing such a project, then obviously Steve would have to come into your home and spend some time with you going through it, and it's quite a long process. But Steve is the expert, Chris, so I can direct the question. I can always come back and answer that on the Q&A. We can visit that question. so that people know that I can ask Steve and we can revisit.
I'll bring up loft conversions later at our forecast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good point.
Fine.
Cool. You're back with us on Sunday, aren't you? So in the meantime, obviously, go and see your profile. So
Yes.
go into options.
Lovely.
If you guys got any questions, just do the text chat with Kay and the team there. And look, thanks a lot. Really appreciate the time and you giving those encouraging words of wisdom, and the actual insights were fantastic as well. So lovely work. And yeah, thanks, Kay.
Thank you, Chris. See you soon. Bye. Bye.